Today I was watching K Michelle's interview on Everyday Struggle. Shout out to Everyday Struggle. It's actually one of my favorite shows on the internet. It's almost like a podcast. If you don't watch it, I highly recommend you watch it. It's with Nadeska, DJ Akademiks, and Joe Budden. And they basically just talk about all the things that go on in hip hop. And today they had K Michelle on there, and she basically was just talking real shit that you hear that goes on in the music industry that nobody really talks about. I mean, Joe, if you watch the show, Joe has been talking about it since the start, and I love Joe Budden for his honesty, his vulnerability, and the fact that he just lays who he is out on the table. And K Michelle is also one of those type of people. And the thing she was talking about today was interesting to me. A lot of the stuff that I can understand and I can relate to, just being a woman and then being black on top of that, it's just I can understand where she was coming from. So she was on there to promote her new album, Kimberly, The People I Used to Know. It's an R&B album. And I want to say for like the last two albums, K Michelle has been saying that she wants to do country music and her label won't let her. Atlantic won't let her, and I don't understand why. Because she's consistently put out number one R&B albums. She's made the top of the Billboard charts every single time. And then she also pointed out she's done that, but yet she hasn't been invited to the Billboard Music Award. The fuck? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. And I think that y'all need to put some respect on K Michelle's name. She paved the way for reality show stars to start getting signed off of reality TV. There wouldn't be a Cardi B without K Michelle. There wouldn't be a Bad Barbie, whoever, the Catch Me Outside girl, that she wouldn't be there without reality TV. And K Michelle was the catalyst that brought all this stuff to the forefront. And she's been saying for a while she wants to do country music, and Atlantic has put her in an R&B box. K Michelle is extremely talented. She can sing her ass off. And she has that southern twang. She's from Memphis. Like, I don't see why the amount of number ones that this girl has given you, why you don't give her creative freedom. And that's really big. As a writer, I completely understand wanting to have creative freedom. You don't want somebody all in your shit telling you what you need to say. Like, no, this is what I want to say. This is how I want to say it. So I completely understand her frustration and her hurt and the things that she's going through, because she just wants to make music. And the problem when people try to put you in a box as a person that's creative, you become uninspired. You don't want to do it anymore because you can't do it the way that you see it in your head. I've been through that when people look at my writing and they say, oh, you need to change this, oh, you need to do that. I don't want to write anymore. I don't want to talk about whatever it is that's on my mind, because if all you're going to do is sit there and adjust and change the things that I should say, then what am I doing it for? What for? There's a certain level of liberation that comes with creative freedom. To be able to put out what you want to put out and to be able to say what you want to say is something that I think everybody deserves. Nobody should be put in a box, ever. And for them to do K Michelle like that, because I love K Michelle. I love that she's unapologetically who she is. She says what's on her mind, and she doesn't care. Well, she cares, but she doesn't give a damn what you have to say about it. You know what I mean? And I just feel like Atlantic is doing her super fucking dirty, and it's wrong. It's so wrong. She also talked about having an interview with Billboard, and they wanted to ask her about, why is it that there aren't enough women on radio? K Michelle's like, well, there's plenty of women that can sing their ass off, but you have labels that put them in urban AC. That's a very small section of radio. They're not pushing them onto the top 40 stations or to the pop stations. Only thing you hear on those is pop music or rap music now, like mumble rap. The stuff that is quick, you can't understand shit that they're saying, you don't know, all you can hear is a hook and that simple ass beat that people recycle over and over again. But she also made the point, if Adele was singing the same song that she wrote, it would be a hit. And it's so true. It's so true. K Michelle has a powerhouse of a voice. And I think that people need to hear it, and I think that people need to let her create her music. K. Michelle is hilarious. She's funny, but she's herself. The same reason y'all fell in love with Cardi B is the same reason people fell in love with K. Michelle. The same people that shit on Love and Hip Hop are how you found K. Michelle. For them to tell her, oh, you don't need to do Love and Hip Hop because Love and Hip Hop is bad for you, it's bad for your brand, bad for your image. She said they told her no. Like, all these record labels told her no before she went to Love and Hip Hop. After she was on Love and Hip Hop and showed you her talent and showed you what she could do, everybody and their mother wanted to sign K. Michelle, which is funny because people shit on Love and Hip Hop so much. Personally, I watch Love and Hip Hop religiously because it's absolutely hilarious. It's very rare that people with actual talent are on the show. So K. Michelle is a rare gem. A1 is a rare gem. Cardi B is just a star in and of itself. Whether or not you agree with whether or not you agree if she can rap or not, the girl is a star. Come on. And she kind of got her started on Instagram before she switched over to Love and Hip Hop and then into music. But shows like Love and Hip Hop provide the visibility that people like K. Michelle need. So whether or not you agree is whatever. And to hear her and Joe kind of compare stories and to talk about the different things that they have experienced, because I personally love Joe Budden. He's one of my favorite people ever. Him, Charlemagne, I love them. I love people that are just honest and unapologetically themselves and vulnerable, and they just give you their truth. They live their truth. They're not on no fake shit. They're not on any of that. They give you who they are, and you take it or leave it. You take it or leave it. It doesn't matter. And I appreciate people like that. I listen to Joe's podcast religiously. It's absolutely hilarious. Shout out to Maul. He's my favorite one. But I just think that people need to respect the talent that is K. Michelle. And I really hope that they release her off Atlantic so she can make the music that she wants to make, because K. Michelle is a voice that I think needs to be heard for years and years and years. She's just getting started. If she wants to make a country album, let the girl make a country album. She's provided you with #1 albums back to back to back. I think she's earned that. And by Atlantic putting her in a box, I think it's fucked up, and I think it's disrespectful to her as an artist and to her as a brand. And I understand why she is uninspired. I completely get it. And I understand why Joe is uninspired. The politics of the music industry is bullshit when you're not good at politicking. Like me, I'm not a good politicker. I don't like small talk. I don't like any of that shit. Like, I just want to do what I do and keep it fucking pushing, you know? Almost like this with this YouTube shit. Probably ain't nobody really gonna watch this shit for real, but when you look at the amount of, when you type in album review in the search bar for YouTube, you see Anthony Fontenot, I think that's how you pronounce it, Sean C. That's it. And a bunch of dudes. You don't see any women on that first page. Women like hip-hop just as much as niggas do. Like, we have an opinion. I have an opinion. And I'm sitting here talking to y'all now, trying to carve out my own space in this little platform called YouTube to talk about the things that I love and the things that I'm passionate about. It's not just about hip-hop. I love R&B too, and all the different subcategories of this genre of music. And I just want to give you my opinion, and I'm almost certain that I'll have to fight 10 times harder to get on that first page than a guy would. And K. Michelle, as a black woman, has to fight 10 times harder than a white woman such as Adele would have to sing the exact same kind of song. I think that shit is insane. I think it's insane. And it makes no sense. She's just as talented, if not more versatile than Adele, if not more entertaining than Adele. Can anybody explain that to me? I'm just trying to figure out what the deal is, and I just find it fucked up. K. Michelle, I don't know if you will ever watch this, if anybody watches this at all. I love you. I think you are immensely talented. I will listen to your country album because I could just listen to you sing all day. You are an amazing person. You're entertaining. You're hilarious. And I hope that you don't retire from music. I hope you keep making music, whether it's country, whether it's R&B. I don't give a damn. I'll listen to it. And I just want us to do better. I need us to do better, because this shit right here is wild to me. So, comment, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next video.